What's up, guys? Welcome to today's update on January 30th here, and the topic of the day is Ascension. Not even the topic of the day, but topic of our life, the topic of our many lifetimes that we've prepared ourselves for this moment with. And, Ascension is often thought of being this new age hippy-dippy concept, right? The connotation of it is that it's some type of woo-woo, but no matter, in my opinion, right, these videos are all my opinion, no matter what avenue you approach it from, whether that's a new agey spiritual or a scientific or even a hardcore religious avenue, you all end up at the same place. As long as you don't listen to the dogma of each of those avenues, the dogma of religion or science or even the new age spirituality realms, right? And I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk a little bit about the dogma we're moving past and what we really are achieving what's at the light at the end of the tunnel, I should say. So, let me prepare myself for my rant here. This is ashwagandha and eulithro, ginseng, and green tea. Powdered herbs. Doesn't taste bad. Doesn't taste like anything. Right. So, Ascension. This concept was discussed by, as far as I know, as far as I'm aware of the number, 35 different ancient civilizations, and they all prophesized about this specific time, this very moment in our history, as being the end of cycles, the end of many cycles at once, actually. And that's what's so crucial about this moment in time, is that all the ancient civilizations, all of them, the Mayans, the Incas, the Native Americans, they were all very avid star watchers, because they, whether their science and research and beliefs came from extraterrestrial civilizations or whether it came from a type of just consciousness download from, the 0 point fabric or the Akashic records or whatever you want to call it. However they obtained their information, it all was, they didn't have any contact with each other. They all came up with these same truths, and these are what those truths told, is that all these galactic alignments are occurring right now, and the energy from all this motion of the alignments is making our solar system resonate and literally enhance its vibrational frequency. They termed this sudden increase, it's a quantum increase, right? We live in a quantum universe. We're literally jumping. That's ascension. We're into another harmonic, I should say, of frequency, of vibration. And they called a lot of different things. What do they say? Whatever age you want to call it, the age of darkness or the age of ignorance. We're ascending into that golden age, or the age of Aquarius, right? If you want to use the zodiac. Even in the Bible, they called it the harvest. They said, God, let's not look at that anthropomorphically, but symbolically of the energy of the universe is going to come down and judge us. It's going to say, hey, if you're a loving being, if you're generally more service to others than service to self, you will be able to graduate and the universe will harvest you. You'll be one of the souls that goes up. And, they called it the end of those dark times. They called the apocalypse when those times ended. And of course, that dogma perpetuated by the masters of our world that have been enslaving it for eons, millennia, whose power is ending, they're trying to retain their power and give you that literal propaganda, dogma, just bullshit you in each of those categories: religious, scientific, new age, spiritual. Religious, right? They said the apocalypse is the end, everything's going to fire and burn and death and whatnot. But no, that's not it. It's literally the burning of the old systems and the rising of the phoenix. And if you're resisting that, that's why it seems like the world's ending to you, because you're resisting that transformation. But that, you have to understand that that is what's coming. It's that that with which we will all graduate to that next level, what some would call fourth density, or fourth or fifth. I don't know. There's a lot of different names for it. We're essentially graduating from a third to a fourth density civilization, even scientifically minded, right? That's. I was just kind of ranting on religious scripture there, but scientifically, we are achieving that light body, right? They've found that our DNA, our literal cells communicate with light. We are beings of light in a literal scientific term. And the physics of our solar system is becoming as such, where there's so much more cosmic energy bombarding us, where it's activating our DNA to a point where we are using more light. We are activating that junk DNA, and that's when the powers of consciousness that you have begin to be activated, and you are able to utilize the omnipresent ambient energy of the universe to your benefit. That is Ascension. That's understanding it all. And then there is the New Agey spiritual realms, and there's all kinds of dogma that's propagated there too. I'm not even going to get into the scientific dogma, but the New Age dogma, and that is, don't look at the dark, avoid the negative, just try and have your mind be positive as much as you can, just avoid the negative. But that in and of itself is also keeping us enslaved, because you have to face that darkness. You have to look at that, what's really going on, to be able to, you should say, destroy the darkness, right? You have to have that disclosure, and that's what's about to happen. That's why this time in humanity is so damn amazing, is because to get to that ascension that most, hopefully all, as many of us as we can get to, we have to undergo a disclosure. And that's what's going to catalyze this whole damn world to have that evolution of consciousness, is that disclosure of all the negative shit that humanity has endured and been lied to about, and all the dogma from those avenues I was talking about is going to get revealed, and it's going to be so uncomfortable to so many people that it will catalyze them to waking up. So that disclosure, that D-Day, is coming. I just did a video I'm going to edit up on disclosure, and that point is coming. It's imminent. It's the faster we talk about this kind of stuff, the sooner it's going to come. And then once all of the truth is revealed, that's what will catalyze people to come to that level of consciousness, where then we can use our collective co-creative consciousness to ascend. So prepare yourselves for that. Become as much serving to... Really what it boils down to is becoming as loving as you can. Because scientifically, love will harmonize you, harmonize your DNA. Love is that with which God, the energy that makes everything, made up the universe with. So, to ascend, you love, you be service to others, and prepare yourselves, because we will have to comfort many people when that disclosure comes. And before we get to that ascension, that time between disclosure and ascension is going to be very emotionally unstable for many, many people. And those of us who understand what's really going on is going to have to hold everything together for them mentally and emotionally. So hope you enjoyed that update. Things are, in my opinion, coming very soon for humanity. So prepare yourselves. Hope you enjoyed that. Comment your thoughts down below. Take care, guys.